Guys, how's it going? Got my Caleb here, ready to break down today's MLB slate. There's no NBA, unfortunately, but we'll be back for the playoffs. Um, but how you doing, Caleb? How you feel about this MLB slate?
I'm doing pretty good. It's a kind of a smaller slate today, but it's an easy one to break down, and we're feeling pretty good about it. I'm ready to break this down with you, though, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll start with the $1 jackpot that has most hits between Marcell Ozuna, DJ LeMahieu, Trey Turner, and Yonder Alonso. What you thinking here?
This one's kind of an easy one for me. We were just doing a little bit of research this morning, and we kind of already decided we're going to lock in Trey Turner against Chad Bettis. Bettis has had a lot of issues on the road. He's actually kind of a different pitcher who has a little bit better numbers at home at Coors Field than he does on the road, which you don't really see often with Rockies pitchers. On the road against righties, especially, he struggles. So Trey should have plenty of upside tonight, especially since he's been hitting at the top of the order. Usually, I think he's been hit batting in the two spot lately. So if we can get him in the two spot tonight against Bettis, he's definitely a huge lock for us. And I think he definitely has a multi-hit game tonight and would be my optimal play here out of these hits. I would probably give some love to DJ Mayhew here, though, because he does get a lefty, and he actually has really, really good numbers in Washington tonight. So don't forget about DJ if you're multi-entering, but definitely use Trey Turner as your optimal pick here.
Yeah. You guys never know I go. You guys know I never go against our must-haves tonight. I won't tonight at all. Um, there's some upside here. I don't know, Caleb, you're a Rockies fan, but I never really liked picking the Rockies away from home, for whatever
Sure.
reason. So I mean, yeah, you got Yonder Alonso, Marcell Ozuna, just nothing there enough for me to go against Trey. Really think it gets on base a good bit, and so must have. So yeah, I really like that pick. For most RBIs, we have Victor Martinez, Nolan Arenado, Edwin Encarnacion, and Dexter Fowler. What stands out to you here?
I'm probably not gonna like it again, but I'm gonna have to go with Nolan here against the lefty if he does play. I know yesterday he got into a bit of a scuffle. If any of you guys saw that, he charged the mound, threw a couple punches, got tossed out of that game. So there's a chance we don't see him in the lineup tonight. Pending a suspension or something, we'll have to see. It should be out here pretty soon. But Nolan gets a left-hander tonight. I can also confirm he's got really good numbers in Washington. So Nolan against a left-hander is one of the better picks you can have on any slate, and especially with the matchup of kind of games we have tonight, I think he's got plenty of upside against the left-hander in Washington. Now, the other guys are a little bit more secondary to me. I think you can give a little bit of love to Encarnacion and Fowler. I'm not huge on Fowler specifically, but I think Encarnacion you might be able to give a little bit of love to just because he will bat right in the heart of that order and has plenty of upside for RBIs batting behind some of the likes of Jose Ramirez and Lindor.
Yeah, this one's a kind of a tough category. Nolan Arenado anytime against a lefty, I think he can definitely be considered. Um, I got some interesting matchups for this one. It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, the fact that Encarnacion has to deal with Michael Fulmer is kind of a little downtick to his performance.
Hmm.
Fowler dealing with Sal Romano, kind of a younger pitcher. I kind of like the veteran to get maybe an RBI or two here. Um, Victor Martinez, just an okay matchup. Um, this one he's
Yeah.
going against Trevor Bauer, who does get rocked a good bit. I mean that does happen. Um, I think as much as I hate it, the safe pick is probably Nolan Arenado, but I kind of like Dexter Fowler here. But it's very close for that. For most total bases, we have Bryce Harper, DJ LeMahieu, Miguel Cabrera, and Jose Ramirez. Do we think Bryce Harper gets this, or does someone else stand out?
Yeah, I think Harper is going to be an easy favorite for me here. He's playing at such a high level, and when you're not playing DFS, you don't have to pay a high price for him like you do here on the jackpot. He's an easy pick. So Harper would be an easy plug for me as an optimal play here. He gets a righty. He destroys righties. He's at home. He's got great numbers at his home ballpark. I mean, there's just a lot of factors going for him again tonight. The only thing that anyone would not play him for tonight would just because he would be expensive on the DFS sites. So I would definitely pick him for total bases here in this category. If you're multi-entering, I would maybe give a little bit of love to I would give a little bit of love to DJ probably, but Jose Ramirez and Miguel Cabrera, they're just in a little bit tougher matchups in my opinion, and I'm pretty high on that Colorado Washington game to be high scoring.
Yeah, I think I'm all in on Bryce Harper here. I just think the most total bases thing, the walks, always gets me, and he gets one or two free passes a game. That's kind of enough
Yeah.
um, for me to stick with him there. So I'm all in on Bryce Harper. I see the merit for some other guys, but I don't really think I want to overthink this one too much. Um,
hmm
and then for our K prediction, we have Trevor Bauer. What's your guess?
I actually think Trevor has a good amount of K upside in this matchup. Detroit is a very, very watered down lineup right now. They don't have many guys who are going to hit for power outside of Miggy and Castellanos. So that's not a scary matchup for him. They still are probably going to put the ball in play quite a bit, but Bauer actually has a good amount of strikeout upside on a given slate, just because of how often he throws a curveball and how often he goes for that swing and miss. So I would still put him at a floor of about 6 strikeouts tonight, and I wouldn't even be afraid to push him close to double digits tonight if you wanted to go bold and go with about 9 or 10 strikeouts.
I'll bet you'll be very surprised to hear that his K prediction is 5 today.
Wow.
Kind of low. It is a little bit surprising. He's got at least 7 Ks in both of his starts earlier this season. He only has 16 strikeouts to Detroit's lineup that's going to be most likely out there in 100 at bats, which is under a 20% rate. So that might be where they're getting, where we're seeing the
Yeah.
5 strikeouts. I see the upside there too. I mean, Detroit's just not the same team they used to be. Um, I think probably 6 is what I like. It wouldn't surprise me if he just. I mean, Bauer is so inconsistent. He could run through that lineup, or he could get absolutely rocked.
Yeah.
I think I
Yeah. He's
like
volatile.
6 though. Really close there. For the $2 progressive slate, we have most hits between Anthony Rendon, Scooter Gennett, Yadier Molina, and Francisco Lindor. Um, Interesting. Lindor is least favorite because he's getting Michael Fulmer. That's not something you're usually used to seeing. Lindor being in last place, but does Rendon get this one to you?
Yeah, Rendon's gonna get this one for me. Like I said, um, this was really, really bad to right-handers last year. He's already bad to him again this year. Rendon has had really good numbers against right-handers himself, and he's got really good numbers at home. So there's just a lot of good factors for him tonight, and he should bat, I believe, in the 4 hole or better tonight. So he's gonna have a good amount of at bats towards the top of the order, which is great for your hits upside. Lindor is definitely a sneaky pick in my opinion, just because he will lead off again and he will bat from the left side against Fulmer. So I don't think you want to rule him out here, even though he is the least favored. And then you can give a little bit of love to Scooter Gennett. He's going to face Waka. Waka is susceptible to lefties. Um, I would say Scooter is a little more risky than Lindor, but optimal for me would be Rendon and then get a little exposure to Lindor or Gennett.
Yeah, I definitely feel comfortable with the Rendon pick. The Nationals rejected second highest run total behind the Twins tonight. So Vegas is obviously seeing something in this Nationals team. Caleb brings up a great point about Waka against lefties on the road. He's just not that great.
Mm-hmm.
Don't really see the same upside for Yadier Molina, kind of catcher. Like I don't know if hits are really gonna be his bulk of the production. And Lindor, I mean, Cleveland's projected five runs. Fulmer's a tough arm, but if he only makes it say 5-6 innings, Lindor will have some bats against the bullpen. But I think Rendon's your safe bet. Scooter Gennett's a close second, and I would think Lindor is in third there for me. Most RBIs, we have Adam Duvall, James McCann, Carlos Gonzalez, and Ryan Zimmerman. Are you fading your Rockies or what?
Yeah, I'll fade. I'll go ahead and fade Cargo here against the lefty. Just not too much upside for him there in this matchup, especially when Gio's been pretty hard on lefties on his own. I'll go right back to the Washington well here, and especially if you've already picked all those other Washington guys, you might as well pick Zimmerman for RB guys here, just because if you have those guys getting on base, you're definitely going to want him to knock them in, and that gives you the best game flow upside. Zimmerman should bat 5-6 hole. He's going to bat in the heart of the order, which gives him plenty of upside for RBIs. Turner should be in front of him. Harper should be in front of him. Rendon's likely in front of him. So there's plenty of RBI chances for him tonight. he'd be my clear cut favorite here, and I'm just not really into the other picks in this one, honestly.
Yeah, Caleb nailed it. I mean, the one thing with progressive jackpot is you need correlation plays, and we know that Ryan Zimmerman is going to be knocking in the other guys who we project to get hits. So it's a clear correlation play there. Him being the least likely doesn't scare us off at all. Still think he has plenty of upside. Only picking James McCann against a lefty. He's not playing a lefty tonight. So yeah, Ryan Zimmerman for me there, and we can just move on to most runs scored between Adam Eaton, Nick Castellanos, Matt Carpenter, and Geraldo Parra. Adam Eaton has been placed on the DL, so he will not be eligible for us. So that leaves us with three options. Do you have a favorite?
I think my favorite here might be Carpenter batting from the left side against Romano. Carpenter smacks around righties. Romano's just a young righty. He struggled with some control his first start. I don't see a huge problem with going Carpenter here, just because he gets on base quite a bit. He'll take his walks and he'll give you a lot of good opportunities to score some runs. Parra, probably I don't think he'll be in the lineup tonight. He actually could be getting suspended from the fight yesterday as well.
Oh yeah.
There's just some question marks there for him. I would, before you even consider Parra, I would make sure he's in the lineup, but I'm not considering Parra against the left-hander tonight. Castellanos, you could give a little bit of love if you're multi-entering too, just for Bauer. Bauer does give up home runs, and he can explode sometimes. He's a very volatile pitcher. But for me, the optimal play would be Carpenter, and just go Castellanos if you're multi-entering.
Yeah, I think you get the most upside in Carpenter, not only playing against an average pitcher, but an average or below average bullpen actually. Reds bullpen just gets exploited on a nightly basis. Got a lot of upside for Carp there, and I kind of want to stick with him there as well. And then lastly, we have strikeouts for a pitcher we kind of talked a little poorly on with Michael Wacha. What are you thinking here? I see I've got 5.2 a game. Does he get less or more?
With the Reds being at home, I kind of want to go with less here. I still think he could have a decent game and he could still get banged up and still put up about 5-6 strikeouts. But I think he might have an early exit tonight. They're at home. They smack around righties, and Wacha, like you said, has been worse on the road. And this is a tough ballpark to be worse on the road in. So I think Wacha, if you put him around 4 to 5 Ks, it wouldn't be a bad option tonight.
Yeah, I think 4 to 5 is pretty good. I'm leaning more to the 4 side. Two reasons I'm thinking. He's started with some pretty tough opponents in New York and Arizona, but he hasn't gone longer than 5 innings yet this year. I'm seeing he's had a lot of trouble with walks. He's already got 7, allowed 9 hits as well. His pitch count, it's been he's averaging 92, which isn't too bad at all. But if you're only getting that in 4.2, 5 innings, it's a little worrisome when we want K upside. Yeah, I think I'd top him off at 5, but I kind of like 4 here. I think he gets the under his projection. But without NBA, that'll cover for today's boom slate. Is there anything you wanted to talk about what DFI's been cooking up?
Not really. Just head on over if any of you guys are playing DFS today. We had a really big night last night. We picked on David Price last night, and we got him out of the first inning. We got him out of the game in the first inning with all the Yankee home runs, so that was fun. So yeah, head on over to the Daily Fantasy Insider War Room and come check out some more plays that we got for tonight. We've got some sneaky stacks lined up and some great plays that we're ready to showcase for everyone.
Yeah, a few users won a good bit of money yesterday, which is what we love seeing. But good luck, guys. We'll be back tomorrow. It'll just be baseball as well tomorrow, and then Saturday we will kick it off with the NBA playoffs as well. But yeah, we'll see you then, and have a good day.